Dhruv Patel. Second life because it was a free hit off the no ball. Dhruv Patel as the bowler. Divyang strike. Looked like that was dipping from my vantage point. A little bit of a bobble by Dhruv. That could have been a potential run out. Look close from here. If you're watching on YouTube, you can replay and watch it yourself, but it looked close from here. Divyang with the first run. As Sachin takes a strike to face Dhruv. Dropped by Vice Captain Amar Patel. Couple of close calls here for the Windsor Rangers. Could be a bad sign for the Scarborough Strikeforce. Could be a worse sign for the Windsor Rangers. There's another no ball. Definite no ball. Umpire has signaled it. Waiting to see how this play plays out. They're going to take a no ball with 2 runs. Lots of time for the batsman. No appeal from the keeper, Ambrish Baitanna, captain of Scarborough Strikeforce. Umpire is giving a warning to the bowler saying that this is a beamer. If he bowls another beamer, he's going to cancel his over. So Dhruv has to be very careful. And that is hit onto the leg side. Pursuit by Nisarg, but it goes off for 4. Drew's looking semi-defeated, but you know what? He can make up for it in many different ways. Strong batsman. But he needs to get through this over. That's pushed off onto the offside. Was a borderline potential no, but not signaled by the umpire. I guess it was dipping. It was a borderline one, so the umpire has decided not to have a no ball on that one. It was close, but it is just a regular fair delivery. He's given up 13 runs. And that's the over. 13 runs conceded off a very long and jagged over. New bowler Nisarg for his first delivery to Divyang. Good little 1-2 combination with Dhruv and Nisarg as the bowlers. Nisarg with the second delivery to Divyang. Divyang gets it right into the fielder's hands. Josh picks that one up cleanly, passes it off to teammate, back to Nisarg for his third delivery. Windsor Rangers have 13 runs on the board. They do want to push the score. 80-90 is not safe. And there you go. A short delivery. Fielded well on the leg side. Great fielding, great display of fielding by Shantanu, who probably will get the ball for the next over. Shantanu knocks it down and saves a boundary and restricts him to just 1 run. Two balls to go. Nisak with his fifth delivery. And that is not going to be stopped, but it is going to be stopped almost by Shantanu. What a great effort. Very close. Unfortunately, squeezes through for 4. There's only so much one man can do. Very well played out on the boundary, especially during the power play. This time, Sachin wastes no issue. And there's another boundary. Divyang putting up his first boundary off of Dhruv. Squeezes one through for a single. Caught by the fielder. Very close to the ground. Well done. Sachin retired. 18 off of 7. Dangerous batting. That was a big wicket taken there. Squeezes one through. Could have been a wicket at the end of the over. 29 for loss of 1 at the end of 3 overs. A very, very slow motion reverse sweep attempt. Bowler may have seen it and slowed it down to throw the batsman timing off. Very well done by Shantanu on his first delivery. Ball squeezes through, drops in safely. And that's the end of the over. You see a spike and it's coming down a little bit. Hit Patel with his third delivery. Dot and a simple single taken. Slow delivery. Right idea. Just didn't have the line that he needed. Just drops in safely for a single. Past the outstretched arm of Hit. Windsor sitting at 37 for 1 after 4.3 overs. Hit with his fourth delivery. Absolutely hammered to the leg side, but comes back off a ricochet just to take a single. Darshan aggressively comes out and takes a few steps to challenge Hit, knowing he was bowling slow. Flicks it over onto the leg side. Good piece of batting by Darshan, getting Divyang back on strike. 14 off of 15, just under 100 strike rate for him. The run rate right now is at 8.1. Good comeback by Hit. Looks like just another single taken by the team. at the end of the over, you see those runs slowly creeping down to hovering around 6 and less than 6 per over. Shantanu gets the ball after bowling a clean first over, just 5 runs given up. Let's see if he can have a second repeat of that. Right at Josh and caught. Looks like the batsman may have hurt his arm a little bit. Shantanu takes a wicket on the first ball. Wicket taken, caught by Josh. Shantanu picks up his first wicket, looking to take a second one. Chinmay Lad takes the strike. Slow ball delivered. Drops in safely. Chinmay opens up his account with 1 run taken and rotates a strike to get Darshan back on strike. Shantanu with his third delivery. Darshan pushed right between the fielders. Picked up by Vinay in the long. Captain Amdishtanda flicks the ball to Dash and just to Shantanu, just like clockwork. We've got a wicket and 2 singles taken in this over. Windsor does need to push the rate a little bit, in my opinion. They've dropped under 8 now. Chinmay flicks it over the outstretched arms of Hit and stopped at the boundary by the fielder. Chinmay going back for 2. They've thrown it to the bowler's end, and Chinmay gets in safely. Good throw by Nisarg to hit the stumps. Two balls to go. Shantanu to Chinmay. Chinmay is bowled. Shantanu just a simple ball. Hit single. A wicket. Hit is a W. 1, 1, 2, 1. Kila hai pass. And there's a dot ball to end Shantanu's second over. Picked up 2 wickets and only gave up 4 runs. Good little over from Shantanu. 9 total runs conceded. 2 wickets after 2 overs. I guarantee he'll be taking and getting the ball again. Not sure if he'll get it in the power play, but let's see how Captain Amristanda plays his cards here. He's got Hit Patel coming in now. Hit has bowled 1 over. He gave up 6 runs in his first one. Very excited to bowl here. Batsman wasn't even ready, but he was ready to go. Good piece of fielding by Josh. Looks like he's come to play today. Little FIFA fever, using his feet a little more than his hands, but that's okay. Captain Amristanda applauds and appreciates the effort. That is pushed right to the fielder, calmly taken by the fielder in the long off. Just 1 run taken. Umpire signals wide on the last delivery. Hits overs. Big six from Darshan. Windsor crosses 50 runs. Darshan's got 13 off of 11. That slow ball from Shantanu. Darshan saw it one too many times. Pushes it to the fielder, hit, knocks it down, and avoids a run there. Good job by Hit. Get them a dot ball. Shantanu with his third delivery. Cleanly hit, and that goes for 6. 6-0-6. I'm guessing there's a dot ball coming if we follow the same pattern. Shantanu looks a little shooken up here. Ambrish seeing some action behind the stumps. Hit down, straight down the field for a 4. 18 runs given up so far. Last ball coming. Ooh. And it looks like it is just going to be a single. Thank you. Fielded cleanly. Shantanu is looking to make his way back out to the boundary at the end of the over. Strategic timeout time. In APL Premier League, both teams get a strategic timeout at the end of 8 overs. 1 minute to refuel and recharge, re-strategize for the last 4 overs. The batsmen get a quick sip of water as well. Hit bowling his third over. He's got 11 runs conceded off for 2.2. The ball's lofted up, potentially caught and dropped. Could have been caught. Captain Ambristanna cheering his team on. Good effort by the team. Tough to catch it off a ricochet, but when it hits your hands, it could have and should have been caught. The good news is they only took one run. Drew on strike. And Drew is absolutely here to make a point. There's a 6 for Drew. Hit onto the offside. Looks like it gets out for a boundary. One hop 4. The bowler looking to make a little bit of a change. He's going to go to around the wicket to see if he can mess with Drew a little bit here. Looks like he's set. He's got 17 runs off of 9 deliveries faced. Here comes the 10th one that Drew is facing. And it's a wide ball. Sneaks under the legs of the bowler. Ooh. Amar Patel takes a tumble. Looking to cover. Wide ball. Last ball once again. This time Darshan is facing it. Both batsmen look to continue to push that run rate. They're at 9.2 now, putting the pressure on Scarborough Strikeforce. 81 runs. Looks like they'll cross 100, maybe even 110 based on this rate. Gets past wicketkeeper Amristana again, and he goes. See if he can pick up a wicket. Unfortunately, misses the stumps, covered by Vice Captain Amar Patel. That's the end of the over. They're taking the power play. Looks like Nisarg is coming to bowl the power play. We've got a 37-run partnership, 38-run partnership with Darshan and Drew. Windsor Rangers still have Captain Jimit Patel waiting in the wings. They have a few batsmen. As I look down, they've got a few very strong batsmen sitting over there waiting as they set up for the power play. Nisarg looking to bowl the first ball of the first power play over. That's another dot ball on the boundary, right to the fielder. Nisarg with his third delivery of the power play. Darshan just misses that one. It was a little bit of a slow delivery. Good sneaky delivery from Nisarg. Well done. Smart bowler, especially in the power play, you do have to control your pace, line, and length. One small mistake will cost you 4, possibly 6. Nisarg gets it up though. And here comes his fourth delivery. Looks like it is going to drop in safely. There's a dot ball. Well done. Good over by Nisarg in that power play. They'll realize how important that is later because that was important to get that power play and keep the runs tight. They're at 85 right now after 10 overs. They've got the second power play over coming up. Captain Umberstunna coming from all the way behind the stumps to meet Drew. First ball delivered, and that is a 4. Well played by Darshan, pushing the ball to the offside to pick up a boundary to start the over. Stumping attempt gathered by keeping Captain Umberstunna. Unfortunately missed the stumps. Could have been a wicket. Darshan's a set batsman. Drew's a set batsman. Bowling is Drew as well. Drew is in baseball mode today. I don't know what's going on. That's probably his 6th or 7th full toss. I don't know what's happening here, but he's given up runs, and that's going to cost him. That's his second boundary given, both full tosses. In the power play, those are going to get beat. Nisarg trying to talk to him. Get him to set the batsman up or get the fielding set up. Looks like they're keeping the one side stacked. If he keeps bowling those full tosses, they're going to keep punishing him to the offside. That's not going to work. Much better. Much better ball. They took a single there. Darshan crosses 30. And the partnership crosses 50. Darshan and Drew. Well done. Facing 29 balls, have crossed 50 runs as a partnership. There's a wide ball. Could be wide +1. Looks like they're going to be patient though. They've thrown it back to the bowling end. Wide ball signaled by the umpire. There's another full toss. There's another 4 runs. That's pretty simple. The equation continues to work against Drew. "14 runs conceded. He's got one more ball to deliver here. And he bowls them. See how simple it is? Simple ball at the end of the over. Heading into the last over, 99 on the board. Make that 100 and just 100. Well done. Good fielding. That's 100 up for the Windsor Rangers. But if anyone knows anything about APL this year, 100 is not safe. They need these last 5 balls to get at least another 10 to 15 runs just to be safe. They've got wickets in hand. Let her loose. Pavan Patel opens up his innings with 1 run. Darshan back on strike. This is who they want to keep off strike, to be honest. He has 33 runs off of 25 balls faced. He is set. He's seen the ball well. He has 4 to go. They should, if he takes a single, probably leave him there. Or best case scenario is that the dot ball. Good job by Nisar continuing to keep that good line in length. 2.3 overs, 14 runs given up at a 5.6 run per over. Meanwhile, right now, Windsor sitting at 8.8, so Nisar has definitely helped bring that down. Batsman hits it off the edge of the bat and runs for 2. Two balls to go. Vice Captain Amar Patel chases it down and holds him to 2. Nisarg, 2.4 overs, 16 runs, looking for his first wicket still. Josh once again getting that FIFA fever, little flick, just to check. Batsman was already in the crease though. I don't think he had a play on that one. We have the last ball of the innings going to Pavan, who checks with his off-strike mate to make sure it is the last ball. They both are going to be running full force ahead. They've got 104 on the board. Darshan takes off. Pavan takes off. Pavan does not look like he's running and gives up the 1 run. They do get a run out. That run does not count. It is important. That's 104 put on the board by the Windsor Rangers. Scarborough Strikeforce have their work cut out for them. Let's see how they play and let's see how they take this along. Drew looking to make quick work. 19 runs off of 6 balls faced. 6 runs, 4 runs, 4 runs. Big wicket for the Windsor Rangers to focus on and see if they can get Drew's wicket. 3 shots have gone onto the leg side. Romil has to mix it up here and see if he can pick up Drew's wicket here. He's showing the full stumps. If you missed that, that was a wicket. Good job by Romil to come back. Fielded quickly and thrown in directly by the fielder. Really targeting Drew, trying to get that wicket in any way, anyhow. Romil has such it. He's 2 balls, no runs. He's the one you want to keep on strike. We're sitting at 10.9. They require 8.4 runs per over. That's a good one for the Windsor Rangers, that it brings Sachit back on strike. Scarborough lost 1 wicket, but the runs keep going. The target's 105. They need 10.5. They are at 10.5, I apologize. They need 8.4, so they are pushing along. They still have another set of power play overs later in the game. Right now, Sachin has set up the fielding in a typical 2 on the offside, 3 on the strong side. Fielders, they have someone in the flat. Even though the lefty batsman is up, nothing to worry about. Sachit, the lefty batsman, his wicket is taken by Sachin, the righty bowler. Shantanu making his way in. Captain Jimit Patel commending the effort of the team from behind the stumps. Shantanu takes a strike. Shantanu flicks it off to his leg side. The fielder, Chinmay's there to gather the ball. Drew not taking any risks. Saw that there was a fielder close and decided not to move along. Smart his part. Sachin gathers and throws it to the keeper, but literally to the keeper, not to the stumps. Squeezes under the fielder's hands. Looks like they're going to run back for 2. Quite aggressive. Shantanu squeezes in right in front of Jimit. Takes 2 runs. That shows you Scarborough knows every ball, every run counts. Drew will get his. Gets an opportunity on strike. They should not push. There's a strong appeal from the fielding team. Let's see if they've potential appeal, but looks like third umpire appeal is not there. From my vantage point, it looked like he was in, but the bowler felt that it was a direct hit. Last ball from Sachin. That is up in the air and lands safely behind the fielder. Drew takes 1 run and goes back to take the strike. Look at the partnerships there. You see one name consistent on the left. Drew with just 5 runs. Drew with Sachit 16. And then Drew continues right now with Shantanu. 21 runs off of 9 balls faced. Shot to nice 3 off of 4. Long way to go. They need 80 off of 54. They have wickets in hand, so let's see how that goes. Well fielded attempt. It looks like it squeezes away from 4. Arpit with his first delivery. Apologies for the hold here. We have a scoring setup here. Just waiting to get it set up in the system here. Okay, looks like we're good to go. Arpit has that is a potential 6, and it is a big 6. Hit once again by Dhruv. He's been encouraging his teammate Arpit to hopefully take the wicket of Dhruv here. Let's see how this plays out. Dhruv is a very patient batsman. He's done some damage here at APL Premier League. 31 runs off of 14 balls faced. Looking to will the Scarborough Strikeforce into the quarterfinals. They're sitting at 35 for the loss of 2 wickets, facing 104, 105 to win. There's a dot ball. To end the over, 10 runs conceded, 2 boundaries, and 4 dot balls. Not a bad showing from Arpit. Scarborough slowly creeping above what Windsor was doing. However, the first few overs, Windsor did some damage. So this is going to be a tight match, folks. They require 8.8, and believe it or not, they're sitting at 8.8 runs per over. It is going to come down right to the final ball if they stay at this pace. They've lost 2 wickets, but I'll tell you this much. Dhruv's wicket is the most important one if you've been watching APL throughout the year. Nikhil Mistry bowling his first over. Caught! Very good running catch by the fielder in the long off. Shantanu makes his way to the dugout. Nisarg Patel making his way in. Checking the bat on his way in. Nikhil Mistry with his first delivery picked up his first wicket. Nikhil also plays in Atmia Cricket Club, which is the club that plays on the season ball in the Brampton Etobicoke District Cricket League. Nikhil with his second delivery here, going straight to Nisarg. There's a dot ball. Ball's moving quite a bit here after it hits the turf wicket. Nisarg flicks it over to the offside, lands safely for one. Dhruv is in no mood to give that wicket back or the strike back as he takes on Nikhil for the first time today. If by chance Nikhil gives him a little bit of space, that ball is going to be headed between the two fielders on the leg side. Got to get the length right here. That unfortunately was not the right length. And as I said, between the two fielders, nobody likes a know-it-all, but I'll tell you this much. We've seen this a few times. If you give him the space, he will flick that over on the leg side. You can put 10 fielders there, doesn't matter. The boundary is the boundary. You need to get the ball flighted enough and closer to his legs to keep him honest. Right now, Nikhil is facing him for another one, maybe two balls. There's a better delivery. The ball stayed low. One run. Keeps Dhruv off strike. That's probably the safest bet for them. Nikhil is going to go ahead and deliver his last ball of his first over. He's given up only 8 runs, taken a wicket. And it stays that way. 8 runs, 1 wicket after Nikhil's first over. Not too bad. Let's see who Windsor hands the ball over to. Looks like they are giving the ball to Arpit Gandhi now. Fire brings in a new ball as the first ball that they had a slight crack in it. Nisarg with his first, Arpit with his first delivery. And that ball is sent back into the commentator box. There's a live commentator here, and the ball goes straight at him. 6 runs on the board. Looks like the ball is fine based on what Dhruv has said. Dhruv puts his hand up and stops Nisarg from taking a single. Looks like he wants to face Arpit here. He's got his third delivery headed his way. Dhruv's got 44 off of 19. Looks like it's off an edge, up in the air, hits the ceiling, drops in safely. Dhruv has 44 runs, and his team has 50. Arpit with a little bit of a mix-up here to keep Nisarg honest. Scarborough Strikeforce have 50 runs with a loss of 3 wickets. Dhruv himself has 45. Nisarg looking to put in some work on his part. Nisarg has 2 runs after facing 5 balls. Drew has 45 after 20 faced. And that could be a catch, and it is dropped. That's a big drop. Arpit Patel. Tough luck. Disappointed with himself. That's a big wicket that they've dropped. Costly wicket, that potential wicket. Right now they require 8.7 runs, 8.8, sorry, and they're sitting at 8.7. Once again, right on line to get to that 104, 105 mark. Nikhil Mistry coming in to take his second over. Facing Drew once again. Straight shot. Big six straight. Drew crosses 50. He has 52 runs off of 22 balls faced with a strike rate of 236. Well done. Jimmet will not let that one go. He does not have any room for error. Drew's done his part. Now it's time for the rest of the team to step up. Captain Umberston that comes to the strike, looking to continue that. Aggressive approach that Drew had. I could have told you Umbrish was going to do exactly what I do. Step into the crease, see the first ball, second a ball, looking to go on the leg side, most possibly. If it's a short ball from Nikhil. And it is. He hits it to the offside. Cole almost caught by the fielder. And there's a gift to the Scarborough Strikeforce. That is the second, third, fourth maybe gift that the Windsor Rangers have given. Positive encouragement from the team. The fielder does know that that one could have been caught. Would have been a big wicket. Would have put the pressure on Scarborough Strikeforce. Nikhil to Nisarg. Nisarg keeps it on the ground and rotates the strike once again. Gets Umberstunna back on strike for the last ball of Nikhil's over. Nikhil's done a good job. 1.5 over, 16 runs, 2 wickets. Looking to take his third here. Umbrish misses the full toss. I'm going to say lollipop. The bells are flashing. I don't know if there's a little bit of contact there. It looks like the keeper is letting batsman Umberstunna know that there was a little bit of contact, so he got lucky. Nisarg and Umbrish looking to make a partnership. They are both fairly new to the crease. Umbrish has 1 run off of 3. Nisarg 3 off of 6. They need to keep this run rate pushing forward. 8.8 is what they require. 8.7 is what they're sitting at. 61 runs with the loss of 4 wickets. Scarborough still has some batting power left in that lineup, but they do want to carry this partnership over for a couple of overs. Take the power play and see what they can do. There's a full toss. That should have been punished. Looks like Umbrish was not expecting that to come at him. He was looking for something a little bit different, looks like. So let's see what Arpit offers. An absolute monster swing from Umberstunna. Comes up empty. Arpit's second dot ball. Looks like a wide ball signaled. Hit right to the fielder, Nikhil. On the offside, Nisarg looks like he's seeing the ball now. Fine. Strategic timeout. For those that are watching and following APL for the first time, we offer a 1 minute timeout for the fielding team to recalibrate and grab a drink. And thank our sponsors as we go. You'll see the sponsors online, and you'll also see gold, platinum, and silver sponsors that have supported us throughout the years. Nisarg squeezes one through. Looked to punish it on the leg side, but just got a bottom edge. Sneaks in one run. Nisarg has been semi-steady. He's only faced 9 balls, but he's got 5 runs. Umbridge pushes one to the leg side, and it gets through past the fielder for 4. Umbridge picks up his first boundary. Nikhil Mystery has to be careful. Can't give him too much time to set his feet. Not too flighted, but he's got to give him enough to give him something to think about. There you go. That's the ball you want. Confused him a little bit because he was looking for that full toss again, potentially to push it to the offside. It looked like the way Umbridge was moving his feet. He said patiently waits on the off strike. Umbridge once again pushes it to the leg side. Just one run, fielded cleanly by Arpit. I lied, that's not Arpit. Nikhil with his 5th delivery. A wide ball signaled by the umpire. Two deliveries remaining from Nikhil. There's a nice shot by Nisarg. Right to the fielder again. There's the Arpit Gandhi I was looking for. Picks it up cleanly. Sends it back to Nikhil on one bounce. Good fielding all around. Umbridge looked like he did not want anything to do with that ball. We got the over completed. Last couple overs have been a little bit aggressive, not aggressive, but they need to get the run rate over the 11 that they need. Right now they're at 8. They need to get over 11 per over to get the win here. They've signaled for the power play, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, they have. Nisarg and Umbrish looking to get the power play. Romil here to deliver his second over. His first one was quite expensive, 16 runs in the first over. Now I will attest that to Drew being on point. Let's see if Romil can take advantage of Nisarg here. Nisarg hits it straight. Looks like there's a fielder under it. Caught by the fielder. First ball, first wicket taken by Romil, making up for that first over that he had. Power play over. They have 2 fielders set in the straight. Romil entices Nisarg to swing fully and ends up with a fairly easy catch. The long on. Shreyans faces his first ball. Dot ball stayed low. Gotta be careful. If not, you'll see some flashing lights behind you. That is a clean LBW in most leagues. APL Premier League, there is no LBW. In a short format cricket, you can block all you want. Those dot balls will be expensive. The required rate is now 13.2. And they're sitting at 7.6. They need to start moving the needle here. Shreyans trying to get settled in here. Romil has a maiden wicket in the works. He's got 3 dot balls after starting the over with a wicket. Nisarg was dismissed. And there you go. He makes up for it, but he does not. It's caught in the long off. Good job by the fielding setup, and the Windsor Rangers have taken 2 wickets in this first power play over. It's supposed to be a power play. We call it a batting power play, but it looks like a fielding power play in this sense. 2 wickets taken, sandwiched with 3 dot balls. Let's see what Hit can do as the new batsman coming on strike. Umberstun patiently watches a whole power play over from the off strike. Umberstun signals it's 1 ball left. If it's anywhere close, I guarantee he is not changing the stance he's in right now. He needs to get on strike to help his team. He's not moving. As predicted, he's taking the strike. Let's see if Sachin Patel taking the ball. That's a maiden 2 wicket for Romil. Very well done. Could be a match-changing over. Let's see how it goes. 72 runs with the loss of 6 wickets. They need 16.5 per over. 16.5 per over. This is a power play over. They do need to make use of it. Touching to Umbrish. Umbrish with a big shot. That's a boundary. There's 4. Just like that, he's moving things along. My opinion, they need to get at least 16 in the first 4 balls to really put the pressure back on the Windsor Rangers. They get 20 plus in this over. Oh, and that's the end of Captain Umberstun. Very frustrated that ball snuck under his bat. Vice Captain Amar Patel making his way out. This is where dreams are made. Legends are made. Amar Patel meeting Umberstun on his way. I'm going to bring in Fiber bat. He knows what's necessary. Let's see how this plays out. Sachin picks up a wicket. That's a big wicket. Umbrish retired with 11 runs off of 12 balls. Third delivery from Sachin. Amar Patel doesn't know which way the ball went. Could have taken a single, but decided to hold the strike. Sachin with his fourth delivery coming up. He's had a pretty good day here with 2.3 balls or overs delivered, 13 runs, 3 wickets. Amar was looking to capitalize and push that ball on the leg side. Sachin seeing this. Smart seasoned bowler as well. Let's see what he does. Good line. Amar hits it on the long on. Get to the boundary. Fielder picks it up cleanly just for 1 run. Hit on strike. Sachin's going to switch sides to face the right-handed batsman now to clean up his last ball of the over. End of his day. Brings in the fielder from the offside. Sets up 2 fielders once again in the straight. And the ball gets hit over to the offside for 4 runs. Anything can happen. They've got 81 runs for the loss of 7. For the mathematicians out there, 24 runs. It's giving the ball back to Romil. Romil's taken 2 wickets. One of them was a maiden 2-wicket over his last one. So rightfully so, I would be sure to give him the ball back, as he did capitalize and really pull through for the team. Scarborough Strikeforce enthusiasm is at an all-time low on the bench. But I'll tell you this much: sports are crazy. Anything can happen. 81 is nothing to be embarrassed about. Let's see what Amar Patel can do here. Romil. Simple and straight bowling from Romil. Hit. Watching carefully from the off strike. Amar Patel showing every inch of the wickets of the stumps here. What a catch! What a one-handed catch! Scooped up. I'm hoping our cameramen caught that. I think they did. Wonderful catch. Amar Patel headed back. Five balls faced, 1 run to his name. New batsman in. Chintan Doshi. Strike, hit Patel off string. Chintan taking the wide ball. Romil closing off. Romil gets a dot ball. Scarborough Strikeforce head to the dugout. Windsor Rangers head on to the quarterfinal match. Good job by Windsor. Good defense. 83. Not too shabby from Scarborough. Well done overall. Folks, we'll see you back tomorrow morning for the first of our quarterfinal matches. We'll see you online. Once again, Good night. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to all the folks that are supporting us. Please take a few seconds to see our sponsors. Thank you so much. Have a good day.